Good evening, everyone. We're going to do another story time this evening. We have our little ginger tea, and we've got Lucy here.
Yeah.
And we're just going to read a little story. Right, Dylan?
Yep. This goes great.
It's called That's What Leprechauns Do by Eve Bunting, illustrated by Emily Arnold McCulley. And my voice is a little strained tonight because I have a headache, but I'll do my best. Okay. To my friends, the Megara Leprechauns. For Claire and Maya. There's the rainbow, Dylan. So pretty. The three leprechauns sat under the chestnut tree. Art looked up at the cloud-filled sky. It's coming, he said, and there's work to be done. Dylan, my voice is not good tonight. I'm just tired. Boo and Cole put on their red shoes and their caps and strapped their packs to their backs. We're ready, Boo said, but why is it always us that has to put the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow? Especially since not a single soul ever finds it, Cole added. Art looked from one of them to another. Don't be asking, he said. It's leprechaun duty, so it is. And fellows, remember, it's coming, so there will be no time for mischief along the way. They walked in line, the one in front of the other one behind. No mischief along the way, they chanted. Oh, it's looking a little ominous out there. But when they got to Ballybunton Farm, they saw Mrs. Ballybunton's cow, Pansy, look at Pansy, standing in the field. Art whipped out the little bottle of red paint he kept in his backpack for leprechaun business. He ran across to Pansy. Stand still, my lovely, he told her, and he painted her hooves scarlet red.
I thought they said they weren't going to get into mischief.
I know. They can't help themselves. Pansy looked down. Pretty, she said. Imagine Mrs. Ballybunton's face when she comes to milk you, Art shouted. He and Boo and Cole rolled over and over in the grass, laughing. She'll think I've been to a dance. Pansy did a couple of small hopping steps to demonstrate. The leprechauns clapped and whistled. We'd be delighted to join you in a waltz or two, Art exclaimed, but we're in a desperate hurry. I thought there was to be no mischief along the way, Boo reminded him.
Good.
Sure, but I couldn't help myself. Mischief's what leprechauns do. Is it Ari? It's Ari. I've been saying it wrong the whole time, Dylan. Ari said, along with our more important duties. He glanced up at the tatters of clouds in the sky. And we'd better not delay, for we've delayed enough already. But as they were passing old Jamie Bradley's house, they saw Jamie's gray woolen long john spread out to dry on his hawthorn hedge. Uh-oh. What do you think they're thinking?
Buried or something? Oh.
The leprechauns looked at each other and grinned. Quick as a cat pounce, they ran across the hedge and stood one on top of the other and the other on top of him. Ari reached up and tied the two long John legs together in a tight knot. They almost fell off each other. They laughed so hard. It would be great altogether to stay and watch old Jamie try putting his legs into those, Boo said, but it will be a month of Sundays before their try, and we've no time to waste. Boy, these guys are just
mischief.
A riot.
Even more mischief than the leprechauns we have.
We have some pretty cool ones, don't we?
Yeah, not mischief, I'd say cool ones.
Mm-hmm. They took a few minutes to somersault across Liam McGabe's garden. There was a yellow tennis ball in the middle of the road, and they rolled it along with them as they went. Miss Maud Murphy's hen, Briddy, clucked at them from behind her gate. Briddy, Ari said, would you do us a favor? Could we trundle this ball up to your nest, and could you sit on it for us? It'll be the great joke on Miss Maud Murphy when she comes out to gather your eggs. So they're going to make her sit on this tennis ball. Dylan. Mm-hmm. She's none the wiser, I'm sure. Briddy put her head to one side. It's not going to be easy sitting on that, but the three of you were so good to me, scaring that fox away from my hen house last night. I'll do it. Cole stretched up and patted her wing. Thank you, Briddy. They squeezed themselves through the gate and tumbled the ball with them. Then they heaved it up into Briddy's nest. She gave a trial sit on it. I'll be sore underneath myself for a week, she grumbled. But the thought of Miss Maud Murphy's face when she sees I've laid a yellow ball will be worth it. Won't that beat all? Cole gasped. The three of you can't help making mischief, can you? Briddy asked. That's what leprechauns do, Ari told her, along with our more important duties. He stopped. Is that a spitting of wet I feel? 'Tis, Boo stared up at the sky, where the sun was flickering through heavy clouds. A thin, cool rain had started to fall. Hurry, hurry, Ari ordered. It's come. We can't be late. They pulled their green slickers from their backpacks and settled their caps low to their ears. Look at those socks, Dylan. Anybody seeing them racing along the road would have taken them for 3 green leaves, but they were leprechauns and they had work to do. Get them out, boyos, and get them ready, Ari said. They took their little spades from their backpacks. Then they stopped for a minute to look up at the rainbow, blue and green and yellow and pink, that was arched half across the sky. There it is, Ari said with satisfaction. Come on. They dashed across Pattywhacker's bog, found the place where they kept the pot of gold, buried for just such a rainbow occasion, and they dug it up. Ari stood in the middle of the bog. Here, he said. The 3 of them placed the pot of glimmering gold in just the right spot and watched the rainbow curve itself all the way down till it ended on top of the pot. How clever is that? The leprechauns settled themselves to wait. They tootled some grass stalk music, threw raindrops at each other, and ate the rose hips that they'd brought for snacks. They waited long, but nobody came. Once again, nobody came. You'd think somebody would find it, Cole complained. Somebody will someday, Ari said. Maybe we should put up a sign. Boo suggested. Pot of gold, this way. No, Ari said. That's not how it's done. There's a bit of magic to the finding, and a bit of luck, and a bit of imagination, too. That gold's waiting for just the right person. We just stick together.
Of course.
The rain had stopped. The sun went behind a cloud. The rainbow shortened itself, then disappeared. No use waiting any longer. Cole took off his cap and wrung the wet out of it. If we hurry, we could be in time to see Miss Maud Murphy discover Britty's big yellow egg, he said. Boo laughed. Won't that be the great thing to see? All right then, Ari said. We'll put a rush on this. They hurried the pot again in its usual place. Ari patted and smoothed down Bog Turd. Don't worry, Pot, he whispered. We'll be back to get you on the next rainbow day. Now we're off again to see what new mischief we can find. For besides our important duties, that's what leprechauns do. Let's see, what do we see? Oh, there's a cat,
Pig.
and a pig, and a bird, a horse.
And then the chickens and
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
She's going to get mad at her husband.
Next thing we want is the next thing I think is going to happen is she's going to shove it down my throat. Maybe.
Well, somebody got in trouble, and it's not these three little munchkins. About leprechauns. According to legend, the leprechaun is a tiny elf found only in Ireland. Most leprechauns are shoemakers to the fairies, who pay them gold for their work. The leprechauns, or little people, Tippy. She wants to be part of story time.
No. I'm different.
Pick her up. Oh, she'll come sit right here.
I guess.
Okay. Where did I leave off? Oh, the leprechauns, or little people, store their gold in pots and often bury one at the end of a rainbow. Since leprechauns love more than anything to play tricks, this may just be another one. The gold at the end of the rainbow has not been discovered yet. But if you find a leprechaun and pick him up, he must tell you where his gold is hidden. That is leprechaun law. I didn't know that, Dylan. Because I don't think people have ever really seen a leprechaun. That's why they're very...
I tried to catch one, but they're too sneaky.
They're extremely sneaky.
So this year, I'm going to try something new.
Okay. So, look for leprechauns in Ireland near clear springs of water, or close to large rock formations, or at the end of a rainbow. Listen for the sound of tiny hammers tapping, or elfin pipes piping, as small voices sing a fairy song. And maybe, just maybe, you will find the leprechaun's pot of gold. Now, what does it say about the author? Eve Bunting is the popular author of countless picture books. Her recent Clarion titles include Little Bears little boat, and my big boy bed. She lives in Pasadena, California. Wow. Why is her name so familiar? I need to look that up. Emily Arnold McCulley, recipient of the Caldecott Medal, has illustrated more than 100 books for children. She spends part of the year in New York City and part in Chatham, New York. So she's the illustrator.
She's in New York, I think.
And here's the back of it with the stripes. Let's see. Rain on its way, and the 3 playful leprechauns must reach their pot of gold before the rainbow comes. But will they be able to resist playing tricks along the way? After all, mischief is what leprechauns do.
I don't think they'll resist it. They never do.
Oh, and she has, Eve Bunting has other book titles. She's got, let's see, what does she have here? A Perfect Father's Day, Christmas Cricket, How Many Days to America, The Pumpkin Fair, that looks cute, and We Were There. Yeah. So this is another book for donation, but we are just going through them and enjoying them one more time. And we're tired, and my voice is about ready to go, so we're going to say good night.
Good night.
Good night.